Oh god, mate, you will never guess it. You know random crits, right? Get this. They're only blimmin' fair and balanced. Am I right? No. Please don't say that anymore. It's a little bit old, I'm not gonna lie. Hey guys, how's it going? Toofty here, and today we're gonna be talking about random crits. We all love them. You can't deny you don't love them. That is a lie. Nobody likes them. I'm going to go through this in some detail, and before we do that, I wanted to first get my main point across, which is I think they should be removed from the game, okay? So I'm going to be talking about them, I'm going to be defending them a little bit, but bear in mind, my overall opinion is yes, we should remove them from the game, okay? So, chill out. But there's a couple of reasons why I would like them to be removed. The main one is to stop everyone moaning about them the whole time. Honestly, just stop moaning about them. There's no reason to moan about them, because if you think about it, your kill-death ratio is no different if there's crits or not. Sometimes you get killed out of the blue for no reason by a random crit, and sometimes you kill someone else with a random crit out of the blue for no reason, and it's undeserved. And it's just, whether you like them or not, your kill-death ratio is not changed. So every time you moan about it, it doesn't make any sense. If you see what I mean, sure, that one time, perhaps you shouldn't have died, but there would have been 100 other times you shouldn't have gotten that kill, if you see what I mean. So just stop moaning. Everyone gets them, including yourself. Don't get me wrong though, occasionally under my breath I'm like, oh, that's a bit annoying. That's a bit annoying. A random rocket flew across the map and killed me. But I'm never bothered enough to write it in chat. It's I have to make sure everyone is aware that I wouldn't have died at that point because I'm far too skilled. Nobody cares. If anything, the one thing I do is apologise if I get a ridiculous random crit, but most of the time I don't even do that. It's what it is. Anyway, I'm starting to ramble a bit here and get a bit ranty, so apologies for that. But yeah, there's 3 reasons I want them to be removed from the game. 1, it's a bit frustrating. A lot of people are annoyed by them. I don't really care too much either way, but a lot of people are annoyed by them. 2, they're very often used to balance weapons, and I hate it when that's the case. There's it's almost like a meme. Oh, plus this, plus that, more damage, more speed. Don't worry though, you don't get random crits, and that balances it out. It's one of those things that it's like the tiniest drawback, and it's so insignificant, and I just wish it couldn't be used as a balancing thing. And 3, because like I said, everyone moans about them constantly. They are used as the #1 excuse in chat, along with lag and blaming your team, I would have thought. They're the big 3. Maybe it's just because of who I am, but normally I don't get too annoyed by random crits. I can normally laugh it off. Like I said, there is 1 or 2 occasions where I'm a bit miffed by it, but not too bothered, and I would never write it in chat, like I said. I guess maybe if I'm in full try-hard mode, it's really close, we're just about to win, I'm getting loads of kills, we need to get back to the car, and then I just die randomly. Yeah, that could kind of be annoying. Literally just being erased out of the blue by a crit rocket across the map, it's mildly annoying, I'm not going to lie. But it's also, it's just not a big deal. And I would even argue that maybe in my lifetime of playing this game, perhaps it's difficult to measure, or kind of just guessing now, but perhaps it's caused more enjoyment for me than pain. Because yeah, sometimes it's annoying, but also sometimes you get those amazing crit pipes and it just takes out 4 people at once, and it's like, Jesus Christ, that was awesome. I did not deserve that, but it was awesome. But I know I'm in the minority there because, yeah, everyone moans about them. And like I said, totally cool to have them removed, and there are lots of benefits to removing them. And do you know what? Maybe they'll even remove them in the next update. Imagine that. Imagine that. #randomtf2predictions.com. Okay? That's my one. So yeah, they are a bit ridiculous and a bit silly, but silliness is the nature of the game. That's kind of another reason it doesn't bother me too much. It's a very casual game, it's very silly, there are people dancing on the battlefield, there are hoovies giving out sandwiches, and occasionally you get a random crit, and it just really doesn't bother me too much, that's what I'm trying to say. And I do think it kind of fits into the nature of the game, in some respects. I think they're meant to basically add a sprinkle of spice into the game, if you see what I mean. They make it more interesting, more exciting maybe, more highs and lows. Whether you're like that or not, I think that's why they're there. I think we're at the point where maybe, we're kind of over it, and we could probably remove them, and the world would be maybe a happier place because of it. And the other nice thing about removing them is it would bring the game more in line with comp, and obviously that's something we should be striving to do. And that leads me on to the idea of other changes you can make. The one thing that comes to my mind is weapon spread, and more importantly, random weapon spread. So I think this should be removed from the game. If you're not aware, it's actually already removed from competitive TF2. So obviously when you shoot as a scout, there's a bit of random nature to the bullets. it makes it maybe more interesting, arguably. I don't know, but I think that should be removed because if you are getting those pinpoint meat shots as a scout, I think it's kind of unfair to take that away. But at the same time, the same kind of argument applies here where if you get 10 kills you shouldn't have got, you'll also get killed 10 times and you shouldn't have. If you see what I mean, it kind of all evens itself out in the long run. It's like the laws of the universe and chance. They must, in the end, even themselves out. But again, just for me, it would stop people complaining so much. Remove these things that people can complain about, and then there'll be less moaning. And that's, I want to live in a world with less moaning. Says me, who is currently making a video and moaning an awful lot. There's two last things I wanted to mention about the random crit. This video has been a bit all over the place, so apologies for that. But, one, by removing them, it would make the Kritzkrieg Uber way more exciting, I think. It would be the only time you get to see those crits, well, you know, along with some other weapons. But yeah, they'd be more rare and therefore maybe they'll be more exciting when they do come about. So that would be really cool. But the other thing worth bearing in mind is that I rely on melee a lot in the middle of, you know, in the heat of battle when things are getting hairy. Whip out the pan, smash them around the face. You're probably going to get a crit, let's be honest. And if that wasn't the case anymore, it would be interesting to see what would happen to melee. It would probably significantly decrease. And that would be kind of a shame because it is a lot of fun. I don't know if they could just slightly tweak all melee weapons, increase the damage just slightly, just to, you know, make up for the fact that you don't get random crits. Would they need to do that? I don't know. But yeah, I definitely hate for everyone to stop using melee weapons, just because you don't get as many random critical hits, or any at all for that matter. Anyway guys, a bit of a random one, but it was something on my mind. You see it in the chat all the time. Oh, Charles Fair, you got a random crit. Mate, random crits are fair and balanced, yeah, am I right? Anyway, I just wanted to get some thoughts off of my chest, and the one thing I wanted to say to everyone is, every time you get killed by one, you also get a kill by one, you know? Remember that. They're unfair in that moment to the enemy, but you know, a few fights later, they'll give you the advantage and you'll get a ridiculous kill. So basically, just stop moaning about it. Yeah, we all agreed on that? It's all good. You can moan if you like. It can be frustrating. But anyway, let me know your thoughts. As always, love to hear from you guys. I imagine literally every single one of you agree and would like to get rid of random crits. But if you agree or disagree with anything I've said in this video, let me know in the comments below. Follow me on Twitter. That's a thing you should probably say every now and then. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.